All right, guys, today we're going to talk about the secret of opening your third eye. My name is JC, and I didn't discover this by the typical way. I didn't go to India and study for years and years. My path took me through Christianity. Christianity is really about opening your third eye. People just don't understand what's going on in the Bible. And by the way, this is a painting of what I saw at the end. So let's talk about opening your chakras and energy. All right, so the Hindus, I have studied them, and this is where I found the similarities, is in this story, right? But they're not telling you the whole truth either. All right, so they're telling you that, you have these chakras in your body, these energy points, and that you need to concentrate, focus your energy, and concentrate on opening these. And that the one at the top is just outside your head, and it's purple, and it's called your crown chakra. And so this is how you get, like, when, say you have a king, and he is being sworn in by the Pope, right? What they do is they put a purple robe on him, and they put on a crown on his head with a purple jewel in it, a single purple jewel in the center on his forehead, and they say that he is anointed by God, right? And what we have in Christianity is we have Christ. And Christ was anointing people. He was called the Anointed One. And people were lining up to be anointed. He wasn't baptizing people. He was anointing people. Baptizing, and what they currently tell you is the anointing by pouring oil over your head. Those two things are only symbolic of opening your third eye. Because what's going on is you have to produce this oil in your body back here, right? And we're going to go over that. So you got to remember that Moses was raised as a Pharaoh's son, and he was taught all these secrets, and he was taught the secret about the eye of Ra. If I cut your brain in half from front to back, in the center of your brain, you have some glands called the pituitary and the pineal gland. And there's some other glands going on there, and this clump of glands looks like an eye. It's really creepy. And this is your third eye. It's not located in your forehead. It's located in the center of your brain. So the significance of that is that the pineal gland produces DMT, which is a hallucinogenic. And this is the key to the spirit world. Like Native Americans take peyote to enter the spirit world, and other cultures take other drugs like ayahuasca. This is a way of entering the spirit world without taking any drugs. And this is how you open your third eye. So those glands are located in the center of your brain. You can meditate on your forehead for 20 years, nothing's going to happen. The glands are in the center. The key is to get the oil from this organ back here called the Claustrum to go to these glands, because this oil intensifies the potency of these glands. Now, there's a lot of people that tell you you can do a breathing exercise and activate this, or you can squeeze your sphincter like a pump and activate this. But they're not telling you the whole truth because they don't know. Really, that's the truth of it. They just don't know. So there's this oil back here, right? And you have to squeeze this. And this oil is called the Chrism Oil or the Christ oil. This is the anointing. This oil, this sacred oil, has to go through the body. And there's no connection from here to here like this. You can't just go, right, and dump it in there. You have to push it down the back of your nervous system and up the front of your nervous system. and then it crosses these nerves and goes into these glands. And it's difficult to do. It takes some commitment and some dedication. It's difficult to do the technique over and over and over and concentrate on it for a long period of time. Uh, so many people have short attention spans right now. You probably ain't even watching the whole video. So what you do is you do a basic body relaxation meditation while you're laying down, and then you bring your attention to your brain. I started in the frontal lobe and worked my way back and just started squeezing and expanding because I didn't know what I was doing at first. I don't believe you need to do all that. You can just go straight to the back here and start squeezing and stretching it out. Squeeze and stretch it out. After you do that for a couple minutes, you can tell because your sinuses will start running. You can feel these fluids moving around. It's real. And what you do is you start making a loop through your system. So you got to squeeze all these muscles. You got to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your back. Squeeze your butt. Your prostate if you have one. Your Kegel muscles. Then suck in your gut. Then squeeze your chest and push this fluid up into the middle. And just keep going over and over and over. Just keep doing it. Make a loop. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Push. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Everything. Push it up in there. And keep doing that for like 15 to 30 minutes. Over and over and over while you're laying there. And it looks weird, right? Because you're making these funky body movements and as you're doing this. But it works. And that's the secret. That's the big secret. And the experience that I had, just to give you a really, really short version, is I eventually stood before this light being and it reached out and touched my heart to fix it. I'm a death row exoneree, and going through that experience was horrible. And my emotions were all messed up. And I had just married, I had children, and I really wanted to be able to love deeply. And so it knew that, and it knew what I wanted, and it reached out and touched my heart to fix it. And then it showed me that it was in everybody equally at the same time. That light is in you. That is you. I love you. Good luck.